reminds me of, Ned, me trying to leave a racetrack and avoid the traffic.
Attaboy, come on, come on.
It becomes somewhat of a thrill once you see that you're not going to hit anything.
Oh, man. Are those guys happy?
What a shot, guys, you are super.
That is a very rare type of a situation.
This is terrible.
What in the world?
Wow.
Well, we hope this guy has us dialed in. Oh, we got a problem on the straightaway.
Somebody wants to come up here and hammer on my race car. I'm going to hammer back.
Look, it's as slippery as a butcher's block up here.
I had a real good time. I closed my eyes.
Look at that.
This is the nuttiest moments in stock car racing. Brought to you by Mr. Peanut and Planters Nuts. Here's our host, Benny Parsons.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Stock Car Racing's Nuttiest Moments. We all realize auto racing is a serious business. They invest millions of dollars out there in the Winston Cup garage area, and lives are dedicated to the sport. But, folks, there is a lighter side. Sit back, relax. That's what I want to bring you. From its very beginning, stock car racing has had colorful characters. When we look back on the old dirt tracks, racing on the beach, and the famous crowds for the Southern 500, the keys were speed, competition, and having fun. And that still holds true today. I've seen some crazy things happen in the garage area on pit road. But let's get started where the real action is, on the racetrack.
Oh, can't hit it directly.
Here goes the tire down the racetrack.
Well, I'm just waiting for these turkeys to lift me up here. All I want to do is get back and have a go.
Let's see. Is he going to make it?
Going to? What'd he say? Too many laps without, huh?
Man, those tires must have fleeced him because he got the dirt and just kept on going like always.
And it just sort of slipped off the road a little bit, like it's as slippery as a butcher's block up here.
One of them messed up front, and we were a victim of circumstances. But we'll be in good shape. We should be one of the best running wounded there is out there. So I'm looking forward to get back out there.
He and Davey Mason. Oh! And Walker goes around. You're definitely a lightweight.
Oh, we got a problem on the straightaway. Jeff Bodine gave Bill a nudge.
Somebody wants to come over and hammer on my race car. I'm going to hammer back. And that's the problem.
Very hard hit.
You know, the best place to be is in the front because that's where the less action is as far as wrecks.
There's nothing I can really do with all that spinning and flying they're doing in front of me there.
Well, up to that point, I had a real good time. I closed my eyes.
As they go into turn number one, and both of them spin.
You know, I closed it first. I said, now I want to see what this is. I opened it back up and I seen sparks and stuff, and I said, I closed them back. I don't want to see any more.
Oh, he's loose again and taking trouble with him.
Battling for the lead and a crash on the main straightaway as Davey Ellison goes into the wall.
Earnhardt spins around there. They touch again.
Oh.
Here comes Sterling Marlin in and rams into Earnhardt. Oh, and a spin. Even before the action on the track begins, there's the pre-race shows that makes everyone smile.
Gentlemen, start your engines!
That one is.
Well, the pace car, we understand, has been stolen. The officials are not driving this thing, and somebody's actually gotten in the pace car and stole it. Will he try to go through it, or will he stop and be captured? And I guess he's going to stop.
The man that has created more pre-race spectaculars than anyone is H.A. Humpy Wheeler at the Charlotte Motor Speedway.
Oh, the best one was, we're going to break the Guinness Book of Records for the biggest marching band ever assembled on the face of the earth since man began. And that was, we brought 5,000 high school and college bands in here, and we put them out on the field. And there's one great thing that every showman knows, and I'll tell you what it is in a minute. We got 5,000 high school and college folks out there in band uniforms. We're getting ready to start, and all of a sudden, 10 of them dropped like dominoes. I had forgotten about the fact that it was going to be 90-degree weather, and they're here in these wool uniforms. And Jay Howard, who's the pre-race coordinator from us, looked at me and he says, "Look down there again, 20 more dropped." Well, there was only 30 down. And I said, "The show must go on." And about 80 hit right after that. And I said, "The show must stop." Unfortunately, 500 of them collapsed in the next 2 minutes from heat exhaustion. We only had to send 12 to the hospital. Only one had to stay overnight, and God bless her, she got out the next day. So we weren't successful. We never even struck up the first tune.
There's a bright new star on the NASCAR horizon who hopes he doesn't have too many nutty days on the racetrack. He's the driver of Jack Roush's Keystone Planters Ford, Wally Dallenbach Jr. My old pal Bob Jenkins had a chance to talk with Wally.
There's a lot of practical joking that goes around at the racetracks. I think once the season gets rolling, you'll see a lot more of that. You guys pulling jokes on drivers, drivers playing jokes on them. I think Dorsey got nailed pretty good at the 24 hours with all the whipped cream by the team, but a lot of that goes on during the year.
You think it's different now than it used to be? Was there more practical jokes and cutting up back then than there is nowadays?
I don't think there's any more. I think there's probably a lot of stuff that goes on that a lot of people don't see. There's a lot of stuff that goes on back at the shops and everything, but with such a busy schedules that we have and things like that, you definitely need to lighten up a little bit, and practical jokes is a good way to unwind and just kind of take the edge off the pressure a little. And I know I do my share, and I think, you know, right now getting through the first couple races is the most important thing for a new team like ours or a new bunch of guys working together. But as we get into the season, I think things will loosen up quite a bit and we'll get to have a lot more fun.
Through the years, the sport has had many people who love to have fun, but probably none could top the man called a clown prince of racing, Joe Weatherly. Another colorful character, Tiger Tom Pistone, shared with me some of his favorite Weatherly stories.
We're sitting at Daytona Beach. All the cars are lined up. We're all at the driver's meeting. Joe Weatherly snuck out. We all had keys. Today you got toggle switches. And he stole all the keys.
For the cars?
On the cars. And we all went to our cars and we couldn't get our car started. Here's Weatherly out there putting around with the only car running. And he's laughing, showing everybody the keys.
Well, how did he finally give you the keys
back?
Well,
the NASCAR finally stopped them, got the keys off him. Joe and I, we were pretty close because I used to fly to the races with him, with him and Curtis Turner. And them guys used to play tag in the air.
What do you mean tag?
Tag, up in the air. They used to have twin Apache airplanes, him, Paul Goldsmith, and Joe Weatherly and Curtis Turner. And they would go up in the air and they start playing tag. Turn the plane upside down, fly in the racetrack. So we used to lay in the racetrack, the backstretch, if you can remember. See, and all those guys used to come down together and just land. Curtis Turner used to open the door, try and throw me out.
You guys were crazy.
Oh, no, I thought crazy. I was looking out the window flying with Joe Weatherly in one race. And I'm looking out the window watching the engine. All of a sudden, the engine shuts off. And I went crazy. I said, and I yelled at Joe, engine's dead, engine's dead. He turned the fuel off. He did it on purpose.
Any other kind of memories you have of Weatherly?
One race we went to, he stole all the gas caps. In them days, we had gas caps. We ain't got no quick fields like we got today. And he took all the gas caps off the cars. So you go out in the racetrack, we never realized the gas caps weren't in the car, and all the gas started coming out of the cars, So the NASCAR would black flag us and let us come in. Now, Weatherly I think he was the greatest there ever was.
When it comes to colorful characters, the Winston Cup garage area is just full of them. Their actions here and on pit road certainly speak for themselves. A few years back, the ESPN announcing team tried their hands at a pit stop. It was memorable, but not for the right reasons.
Everybody ready to go. Larry Nuber handling the jack. He comes around very gracefully. Bob Jenkins on the right rear tire. Dick Berggren on the right front tire. That's a little bit slower. In fact, Larry Nuber doesn't have the handle twisted so that now he's getting it up. The tire men really did a job. They got the lug nuts off the tires. Now getting the back up on there. That's quite a chore in itself. I'll tell you, those things weigh about 60 pounds, and Berggren coming along just great. Now he tries to pick the tire up, and he finally decides to roll it. Still Bob Jenkins with the help of Larry Nuber. Oh, that tire's going to fall off of there if he's not careful. Now he gets the wrench headed in the right direction. He's got to be sure that it turns. The jack goes down, and that must have been about 61 seconds.
What a pitiful performance. Now let's watch the pros in action. It's poetry in motion. Well, not always.
Easy up ahead of you. Good going.
Hey, Benny, if you think we're funny, how about letting us have a look at you and some of your friends at work? And make a fool out of myself? Never. These folks are in. Hey, how you doing? That's the half of the week for sure, yeah.
I'm tired. I'm hot. I'm hot. I'm ready. Man. What? Gotta be somebody around here somewhere. Whoops! How do you get out of these things without falling in the river? Sorry, buddy, I'm ready now.
I think we got her, Dennis.
But I can get out.
So go buy, have dinner, and bid lots of money on the hat.
Oh, look out.
Everybody laugh at me, okay. These folks are in line for a driver race. You ready? Yeah. What are you doing?
Can I put this on your tab? Let me smell it first. Oh, wait, you got to go on one. Listen.
Yeah, I got paid.
Paybacks, Benny. Paybacks.
How's the pie, Joe?
Watch how much you have it.
I gotta go to work, Joe. Don't be doing that to the show. This is terrible.
We leave you with the that's a joke? A Joining us here in our Speed Week studios, a driver of the XJR10 Jaguar Price Cobb. First of all, follow up, if you will, on that comment we just heard you made about Jeff Brabham's driving tactics at Portland.
Well, you know, Larry, I always...
Whoops. Take two. Yeah. What are you laughing at? The NHRA was in Brainerd, Minnesota last weekend. Having fun today, ain't we? Our Speed Week phone poll question last week asked for your opinion on this matter. 60% of you said rules for next year's Indy 500 should not be changed, while 40% of you said that you thought they... Just gives me something to do sitting out here. What a dunce.
Wow, in 1984, remember when he flips it down turn 4 in that Wrangler Sport? What am I supposed to say next?
Well, also last Sunday, the ARCA 200 was run here at Daytona, and that's the series that you got your major league start in.
1988? Let's start over.
Hey. Thanks for joining us, Benny, and we'll see you a little later down the road. Right, thanks for being here, Benny.
Thank you, Bob.
And we'll see you next week on Speed Week. So the question is, how long can a car run on a set of tires?
Kill that sucker, didn't we?
TV, that's my life.
When it comes to nutty characters, it seems like they all come out when the races are in town.
Take a look at this, your basic dump truck hot tub.
Well, we didn't have that back on our farm. They're having a ball.
Oh, that's great.
How about you, flat nose? You ready? He's ready. Here he goes. Here he goes. How about it? How about it? All right. I've seen it all now. Thank you, Barney, and thank you, Flat Nose.
You see, if the rabbit would just go around to turn 3, there's a hole in the wall and he'd get out. Oh, right between his legs.
You can't reach down. The rabbit was tired. The rabbit simply wore out.
I'm being upstaged by a rabbit. You know that?
Well, Jerry, I misinterpreted. I heard you say there was a turkey in turn 1, but I thought you were talking about our producer, so I let it go. But I understand now what we're talking about.
Here they are chasing a foul, I guess.
What in the world is that?
Wow.
Well, we hope this guy has us dialed in.
Look at this guy. This is Parsons.
Any place you can get a good vantage point. Morgan Shepherd was the pole sitter, but here is the real pole sitter.
If I told you using a 2x4 would help you pick up 10 miles an hour in a race car, you probably would think it was a joke. What if the king, Richard Petty, told you, and his cousin, crew chief Dale Emmons, backed him up? Then would you believe it? Here's our incredible story.
At that time, we didn't have bucket seats. You still had bench seats in the car, and you took the right back off and you just sat down in the deal. And the only thing we had in the car was a seat belt. I go turn down in the corner and turn that thing, and all of a sudden I'm way over here and I'm holding on to the car. And I can't turn it because I'm busy holding on. So we was running probably 168 or 69 mile an hour, but I'd go down there and I'd go just as far as I could, and then I'd have to let off and get back over where I could turn the thing. I told Dale, we worked on the caster to get it to turn easier, didn't have a power steering, all that kind of stuff. I said, man, that's the hardest turning thing I ever seen. I said, I guess it's running so fast, can't turn it. So we went out again one night and we got to talking. I said, we got to do something there. So we got to talking about something to hold me in the seat. So the next morning we come in, got a 2x4, and wrapped a blanket around it, put 2 bolts through it, and bolted it through the seat, the back of the seat. I went down there and turned that thing. You could turn it with one hand in because you're sitting up there, you didn't have to hold into the car. All of a sudden, I think the first lap I run in was wide open. First time I'd run a thing wide open, and we run like 190 73 or 74 mile an hour. And all he done is put a 2x4 in the car and picked up 4 mile an hour. I mean, you know, but anyhow, I could drive the car from then on. It was easy, you know.
It's hard to believe, but Richard Petty's career has covered 5 decades. But looking back over the history of stock car racing, it seems like the more things change, the more they stay the same.
Hang on to it. Long area here, and I believe he's going to keep from hitting anything. In fact,
hang on.
It becomes somewhat of a thrill once you see that you're not going to hit anything.
Hang on.
Caution is out.
Atta baby.
Yeah. That is a very rare type of a situation.
Oh, there it is. There it goes. The falls off. Look, that tire's on fire. Fire from that tire. The hub is the grease and the hub is on fire. What a shot. Guys, you are super.
Look at this group. Oh, man. Now those guys happy.
Thing is a mess.
Look at that, Bob. No nose at all on that automobile. You know, just take that car to the junkyard and say, how much are you getting for it? He'd probably get $75 for it.
If that. Attaboy, come on, come on. I love it. And obviously he had a wild ride.
You know what that reminds me of, man? Me trying to leave a racetrack and avoid the traffic.
In the Winston Cup garage area, on pit road, and out on the racetrack. It gets a little tense sometimes, but I've always found it's best to take a step back and look at the lighter side. And folks, don't ever be afraid to laugh at yourself. Life can be so great when you've got a smile on your face. I hope you've enjoyed Planter's Look at Stock Car Racing's Nuttiest Moments. I know I have. So long, everyone.